Hello, Gene Fracca. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to do my part. We are going to start now, David. Sorry for the delay. We're just waiting for Gene to get here. All right, the first part. Well, let's do this the right way. Welcome, everyone. I'm Ron. This is Ageless Balance. Today on Ageless Balance, we're going to start out with chair assist warm-ups. Just warm-ups. Some stretching, little hip action. We're going to start out with this right here, right here, right here. The marching. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Step it out and out. Warm up those hip flexors, those knees, those ankles, those toe knuckles, whatever they're called. Out and out. I'm sure there's a name. And I'm sure I probably learned it and forgot it. Out and out. Out and out. Out to the side. Step it. Step. A little bit at a time here. We're just getting warmed up. Just getting those muscles warmed up. We're going to do a whole lot more with these very moves. We're going to kind of work those muscles, engage them. It'll be an engaging class. Out. And then step back and back. This time, as you step back, push the arms out. Out. Start finding your balance on that single leg. Out. Ball the foot to the heel. Inside to outside of the foot. Nice floor contact all the way across that foot. Toes grabbing on. Out. Push the hands out. Roll the arms as you do. And out. Out. And again, as we step out to the side, we're going to bring the arms up overhead, rolling the shoulder blades back, opening up the chest. Deep breath in. And exhale, bring it back to center, out to the other side. Look out for the chair that I've got sitting right there in my way. Up and back. Don't I know to have a 6 foot by 6 foot clear area to work out in? Somebody needs to teach me that. And back. You keep doing that a couple more times. I just had to move the chair. Out and back in one more time. Lift that leg nice and slow. Take it out. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is open and exhale, bringing the arms down. Grab onto the back of your chair, if you would, please. Yeah, it's pretty nice the way I did that. So it's a gentle day today. If you would, please. Step back, push the butt back, little bend in the knees, keeping the knees over the ankles and just pushing the butt right straight out. Hands on the chair, feel the stretch all the way through the arms, through the shoulders, through the back. Through the hamstrings, step up to the chair, roll the shoulder blades back. One more time, step it back, out, coming down to that tabletop. Hands stay on the back of the chair, shoulder blades stay back. Little curve in the bottom, in the lower part of the back, the bottom of the back. And, oh, that feels good. That's a great stretch. I was picking weeds yesterday. And when you do that, those hamstrings get just a little bit of stretch in them and they get a little sore. Shake that out. All right, we're going to lift that back leg up this time a little bit higher. Bring it up. Hold and back down. What you're really concentrating on here is back stays straight. So you're creating a plank, straight line from the back of the head all the way to the heel. Kind of straight and back down. Other side, same thing. Bring it up. Next time, we're going to pick up both legs at the same time. See how that goes. And back down. I'm just kidding. Don't do it. You'll end up on the floor. Just letting you know. Opposite arm, opposite leg into a bird dog. Stretch it out. Legs behind you, arms out front. Again, diagonal. Straight line, fingertips to heels. And back down. Other side, same thing. Stretch it out. Nice and long, shoulder blades back. Oh, these stretches feel really good. It's my first class today. So I am feeling it in a good way. And bring it back in again. All right. Grab onto the side of the chair. We're going to come into a plie squat. Start with just the plie squat. Toes out at a 45-degree angle. Shoulder blades are back. Holding onto the side of the chair and back up again. So knees are over the ankles. You're pushing the butt right straight back like you're sitting on that chair, except you're over here. Don't do that. Arm out to the side, roll the shoulder blades back, and come up. One more time, but this time we're going to do something more fun. Funner we're going to do. Up, over the top, side bend, stretch it out. Now, put your weight on that chair. Get yourself over as far as you can, using that chair to hold you up. And coming back down again, getting the torso upright, and then bringing that arm down as you push the butt back, knees stay over the ankles, feet are flat on the floor. Back up one more time, roll the hips over the top, coming down on the side, stretch it out. Put the weight into that chair, use it. Make sure that hand is right in alignment with the spine, with the ear, and, or ears, and bring it back down again. And hold right there. We're going to do a plie squat, but this time we're just going to do a pulse. So it's down, shoulder blades are back, feet are out at a 45, butt right straight back, getting as low as you can. Hold on to that chair for as much as you need it. And we're just going to do a little 1, 2, 3. As you're doing this, concentrate, roll the shoulder blades back, hips forward, knees stay over the ankles, and up, straight up. Feel the muscles working all the way through the thighs. We're going on the inner thigh, quadriceps, abductors outside of the thighs. One more time, back down. Stay down there. We're going to pulse it. 1, and down. 2, small moves, inches. 3, 4. Feel those muscles working on the inner thighs, those abductor muscles. And push up, straight up. 4, 5. Shoulder blades are back. Shake that out. Wow. All right. Left knee. Bring it right straight up. High, high. And back down again. Shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Little bend in that stationary leg in the knee, bringing the other knee up. Hold. And back down. Tap the toe. Don't put the foot down on the floor. Then bring it back up again nice and slow. This is where, if you would like, you can let go of the chair or just hover over the chair, finger on the chair, lessening your grip on the chair. What I don't want is, don't put your weight into the chair. Find that stationary position, find your balance on the stationary leg. Bring it down one more time. Up, hold, and back down. Nice and slow. Grab onto the chair. This time we're going to use it because we're going to pulse that knee. Working the hip flexor, working the quadricep, using those lower abs to hold you up straight. 1, 2, small moves. 3, 4, 5, 6. Get it up as high as you can. Get those shoulder blades back. Make sure you're keeping your neutral position. Tap the toe, bring it up one more time. You may be tired up in there. Maybe you can't get it up quite as high this time. That's okay. That's okay. You're working those muscles. When they get fatigued, when they start to cramp up, that's when you let up just a little bit. Give yourself a break. 8, 9, 10, and back down. Feel that up front there? I want you to feel the same thing on the side this time. We're going to do a side leg lift. Same leg. Again, stationary leg, little bend in the knee. You're right over the leg. Pulling out to the side, toes pointed forward, shoulder blades are back. Actually, if you can, leading with that heel, or it feels like it at least, so that the feet are parallel. Get that leg back. If you're not feeling this in the outside of the hip, if you're not feeling it outside of the hip, in the glutes, in the middle there, get that foot back just a little bit farther as you bring it up. Up, squeeze it, and back in again. Don't lean out to the opposite side. That is not acceptable. This is no good. Off to the side. Keep yourself right straight over that stationary leg. You're looking to strengthen the muscles to give you balance right on top so that you're always right over your base of support instead of leaning way out to one side. Up and back in a couple more times. 2 and up. Toes forward. Don't let it turn out to the outside. Point it forward, out, squeeze, and back in again. Ow. Other side. You feel it right up there? All right. Pulses, pulses, pulses. Lead with the heel. Toe forward, up, 2. You want to feel this in the outside of the hip. Keep yourself right over that stationary leg. I was leaning. Don't lean. The straighter you get, the less that leg is going to come up. That's a good thing. You don't want it coming up very high. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it in. Hold there. One more time. Up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Outside of the hip. Right along the thigh on the outside. 2, 1. And in. Say what? This other hip, this other glute out on the other side. That's the one that's feeling it too. All right, little bend in the stationary leg knee. We're going to take that other leg out to the side. You want to feel it on the inner thigh, working those inner thighs, those adductor muscles. Bring it up. So you're not going way out to the side this time. We did that last time. Keeping the weight from the ball of the foot to the heel. Stationary leg, little bend in the knee, foot flat on the ground. Pick that leg up, bring it over, feel those muscles working on the inner thigh, stretching that outer hip, which is nice. Nice. And up, hold, and back. Bring it up. Stay there. And back down. We're going to pulse it. We're going to pulse it. You saw it coming. You saw it coming. Let's go. Up, 2, 3. Toes forward. Feet are parallel. 8, 9, 10. Bring it back. Check it out. One more time. Bring it over. Keep yourself upright. Don't lean out to the opposite direction or lean into it. Don't put all your weight in the chair. Think more about that foot and see what you can do for keeping yourself as balanced as possible with as little contact with the chair as possible. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. All right. We're going to go to the back of the chair again. That first thing we did was just getting us ready for this right here. Starting out with donkey kicks. Get yourself into that plank position. Straight line from the back of the feet all the way up to the back of the head. Little bend in the knee and just kick the knee back. Out. Squeeze it, hold it, and bring it in. Stationary leg. You've got that knee bent. You haven't got it locked out. Locking out is where it naturally wants to go to. You want to strengthen those muscles up around the joint to protect the joint. You got to have protection on your joint. Back. It's insurance. It's insurance is what it is. All right, this is specifically for the glutes and the upper hamstrings, mainly right through the butt. Lower part of it up and back down. Squeeze and back. 2, down, 1. And bring it back. You should feel that from top of the hamstrings going up into about middle of the butt. Next one we're going to do is out to the side. So taking that foot, going back into that plank position. Yes, that's what it is. We're going to come out to the side. Knee is bent. Bend in the knee. Out. It's an arc. It's an arc out. We're working those abductor muscles, those muscles on the outside of the hip. Out. Lifting. Foot, leg should try to stay parallel with the floor. So don't let the knee come up and the foot go down. You want to keep it right level with the floor and in. A lot more work goes into that glute when you do that. Straight up. This should be heavily geared towards the middle of the butt on the side. Those medial glutes, super important stability muscles for those hips, protecting the joints and the lower, all the joints in the lower body by keeping the hips in alignment and strong when you walk, just when you stand so that your hip doesn't flip out to the side. Out and in a couple more times. Out, foot parallel to the floor. Don't let that go. Last one. Up, squeeze it, and bring it back in. We're going to go to the other side, but grab a drink of water first. We've been doing this for a while. We got a whole other side to go here. Good fun. Good fun. So the first thing we did was that plie with a side bend. So grab it onto the side of the chair. You're out on the outside edge. Feet out at a 45. Hold on to the chair. Push the butt back. Just get this first. Just get this part first. Arm out to the side. And butt right straight back. Knees over the ankles. Push it. Keep the shoulder blades back. Take that hand. Palm forward. Reach behind you so that you keep the chest up. And come on back up. Inner thighs. We got a number of exercises that really focus on those inner thighs, those adductor muscles. All right, down again. This time, we're going to come up over the top, doing a side bend. Push it back. Roll the hips forward. Drive up through. Bring the hand up over the top. Weight into the chair. Bring that arm up and over. Arc it over as far as you can. Stretch. Ear on the inside of the upper arm. And then bring it back down again. Never knew this stretch could be so hard. Push it back, butt back, feel the stretch on the inner thighs, roll the hips, push up through, bring it over the top. Ear on the inside of the upper arm, reach over, feel the hamstrings, the ribs stretch out, and bring it back down. Going into that plie squat, we're going to pulse. So down, up, feet are flat on the ground, butt is back. 3, 4, feel the muscles working. 5, thighs all the way around, inner thigh, quadriceps, hamstrings. 8, 9, roll the hips, push on up. One more time. Take it down. And 10 count pulse. 1, 2, shoulders back, chest out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more. Stand up, stand up. High knee, bring that up. Stationary leg, little bend in the knee. Keep that aligned, make sure the toes pointing forward, same direction as the knee and the hip. Other foot comes up, again, same thing. Don't let the toe go out to the toe. Don't let the toe go out to the side or the leg out or the knee back. You bring it right straight up towards that shoulder. That's a shoulder, hip and shoulder. Down. Up as high as you can get it, keeping that straight line. And back down again, bring it up. Watch that stationary leg. Make sure you got a little bend in the knee. Don't lose that. Stationary foot, ball of the foot to the heel. Inside to out. You want to feel that. Bring it up. Squeeze. 2 more. 2. Up. 1. Last one up. And back down. We're doing that pulse. We're doing that pulse. We are up as high as you can get it. Squeeze it. 2, 3. Nice and tight. Don't lose your alignment. Don't let the shoulders roll forward. As you try to get that knee up higher, shoulders are going to want to roll down to give you more height. Doesn't matter. You got to keep the shoulder blades back, staying in that neutral position. Down. And back up again. Staying in that neutral position. And only lifting that leg as high as it'll go, because you want your body upright. You want the shoulder blades back. You want the chest open so you can breathe, so you can look out in front of you. 8, it's getting sore. 9, 10, and the burn was there. Out to the side. Right? High knee pulse. We did that. Yep, out to the side. Check my notes. Bring it up. Toe forward. Don't lean out to the side. That was just wrong of me. Get out over that stationary leg, right up on top of it. Out. If you lean even a little bit to the side, you can get that leg way up there. If you're standing up straight, it doesn't go that high. That should be your gauge, as if you're in the right position or not, is will that leg come up very far? Up and back down. Whew, sorry. We're not pulsing yet. Up. Squeeze it. And in. Out. Toes forward, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Upright. And back down. All right, do this with me if you would, please. Roll out to the side and watch that other leg, how high it comes up. That is not what you want. You want the torso to be upright, and that foot only comes up so high. That's what you're looking for. You're going to feel it in that other hip. trying to hold you upright. Up and back down. 10 count pulse. We're taking up. 1, 2, 3. Goes forward. Legs are parallel, same plane. They're not parallel. They're in the same plane though. Up. That geometry stuff. Can't quite get it. Up and back in. All right, here we go. Shoulders back, chest out. Pulse on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel it back there. Squeeze those muscles. Make them work. And back in. All right. Cross. So starting out, find that stationary leg underneath you. Little bend in the knee. Always find that balance, that stability over that base of support. And then bring that leg across and back. Don't let the hips roll out as you do this. This isn't how far can I get my leg across. It's feeling these muscles work on the inner thigh, which means you stay upright. Make those muscles work, shorter range and back down, but you're hitting them hard. You're really making those muscles work to lift that leg up and back down, and you're strengthening all the rest of the muscles in the body to hold you upright, to keep you stacked, the joints stacked like they're supposed to be. Over and back down. Squeeze it and hold it and bring it in 2 more times. Across and back. Last one. Across and back. We're going to do the pulse. My hips are tired. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Not that I'm whining. It's good. It's my hips are tired in a good way. A little bend in the knee. Let's go. Pulse it across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it down and right back. 1, 2, 3. You're over that other foot. Don't let yourself go forward. You want to make sure that you've got that leg lifted up, working the hip flexors and the quadriceps to lift that leg up, keeping it over the stationary leg. So if you do, for any reason, have to cross legs to catch yourself, you go up and over instead of catching on the foot and tripping yourself. All right, donkey kick, mule kick. All right, shoulder blades back. Bend in the knee, find that straight line. Back of the head to the tailbone and kick it back. Push. Squeeze those muscles in the back of that leg. Hamstrings, very top. Glutes, like all kinds of glute in this one. On that leg that's going back, make sure you get that other leg, the knees bent. Got just a little bit of a micro bend in there. Not letting it straighten out, not putting stress on that joint. Make sure with this leg, you're kicking right straight back too, that you're not going out at an angle or you're not using all knee to straighten it out. This is using those muscles in the top of the leg, in the butt to lift that leg up, shortening, contracting those muscles, lifting the leg. And in, out, and back in. Oh, all right. Out to the side, hydrants, knee bent, and lift the leg out and bring it back. So it's out and in, foot, leg, lower leg stays parallel to the floor and back down. Don't let the toe go up or let the leg drop down. Keep it right so that the lower leg's parallel with the floor. Kind of, there we go. And back down, up, and back again. Side of the glutes, side of the butt there. Those medial glutes, right above the hip. Up, squeeze, and back down. 4 more. 3 more. Up. 2 more. And we're gonna do one more. Last one, right here, right here, right here. Put the leg down. Let's sit down. We need to sit down. We absolutely need to sit down. My legs are tired. My legs are tired. Grab a weight or two as you're on your way to seated. On your way to seated, grab a couple weights. Ah. All right. So we're going to do upper body and lower body together. Together, together. Grab your weights. We're going to do biceps curls. Find your neutral position. Bring yourself out to the edge of the chair. Knees, toes in alignment, palms forward. Weights are always parallel to the floor. Don't let them curve at an angle. Bring them down. Work the biceps all the way across. All right. So when you start just letting the arm go in like that, you're letting the outside of the biceps get weak. Roll that out. Use all the muscles. All right. So as we do that, what are we going to do? We're going to do a heel raise. So it's curl, bringing the heels up, working those calf muscles, and back down again. That's it. That's what we're going to do. Up and back down. Don't go all the way down. Don't go all the way up with the weights. You want to stop. Elbows stay forward. You want those elbows right to the front of the torso, right next to the front on the sides of the torso. Don't let them go back behind you. That makes it easier. The closer the weights are to the body, the less work the muscles have to do. Challenge them. Get those hands out there. Up. Palms straight up. Weights parallel to the floor and back down. Bring it up. Heels up. Squeeze those muscles in the back of the lower legs. Those are the calf muscles. Tighten up. Those are the ones that lift the heels. Back down one more time. Up. Hold. And back down. Shoulder presses. Hands up right next to the head. Palms in. Let's go palms in on this one. So if you can, palms out, elbows out, perfect. The military press, absolutely fantastic. It's a little more work on it's a little more of a challenge for the shoulders, absolutely in a good way. But if that hurts your shoulders, bring the palms in facing. This is a neutral position. This puts the joints in the neutral static position. So it's up to you on which way you want to go with it. Wherever your shoulders are today, that's where you are. So we're going to push it up overhead. As we do, the knee comes up. Knee doesn't come up very high and back down. What you want to make sure of is as you bring that knee up, that you're not leaning forward trying to get that knee up even higher. Shoulders stay back. You stay in neutral position. That leg's not going to come up very high and back down. The shoulder blades are back. Bring it up. Weights just a little bit in front of the head and bring it back down. Don't let the weights fall on the arms or on the shoulders. Keep them out there. Keep those shoulders under tension the entire time. And back down. Time under tension is what builds strength, builds muscle density up. That's really what we're looking for, is not let those muscles get thin, deteriorate, up, and back down. One more right here. Up, push through, and bring it back down. Hands down on the side. Let's give the shoulders a break here for a second. With the weights next to the torso, bring yourself out to the edge of the chair. So hands have a little bend in the elbows and the arms. We're just going to do a lean forward into a sit to stand, push up through, driving up, almost standing all the way up. You always keep that little bend in the knees. Come up, back yourself so that the back of the calf, back of the lower legs are against the chair. Push the butt back like we did in those plie squats at the beginning. We're pushing the butt back like we're going to sit down, but this time we really are sitting down. All right, bringing yourself out to the edge of the chair. Again, if you're standing up, this is how you do it. Anytime you're seated and you need to stand up, you want to try to do it without using your hands. So what you do is lean forward into that hip hinge position, drive through the heels, roll the hips, and drive right straight up through from the ball of the foot to the heels. Don't push through the toes like we love to do. And then when you sit down, it's the opposite, but right straight back, weights in the heels, sitting down nice and slow. You don't want to hit the chair hard. It's really hard on the joints on the back. Plus, you're probably doing some wobbling from side to side if you're not tensed up when you're sitting down. So let's try that again. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Hip hinge forward, drive through the heels, feet flat on the floor. Roll the hips and push right straight up using the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the big muscle groups, not trying to drive through the toes and the knees. and back down again. Stretching out those hamstrings, set it down nice and slow, and you're there. Enough of that. Single weight. You can set one down. Hand up to the chest. We're just going to take it out and in. Really important on this one. So we're not using two weights, because if we use two weights, it's really easy for those shoulders to lean forward. So I want you to concentrate on this, keeping the shoulder blades back, shoulders in alignment so that the shoulder girdle is square, parallel with the floor. It's out. Don't lock the elbow out, and bring it back in. Don't go forward with it. So it's out, shoulder blade stays back, and bring it in. Reach out, stretch, and bring it in. Elbows down, about a 45-degree angle. This is a lot like a push-up. This is a chest exercise. Out and back in. This takes the place of a seated push-up. Out, working those chest muscles. This also gets the shoulder and it gets the forearm. That grip strength is crucial right here to hold that weight in place. And back in. If your arm's getting tired, don't go out as far. Keep a little more of a bend in that elbow, keeping that weight closer to the body. Other side. You want to challenge the body, but as the body starts to wear, the muscles will fatigue. They won't give you as much after you've done these a while. So what you've got to do is accommodate for it. Still challenging, but not pushing yourself to what you can't do. Out. And back in. So the shoulder's giving me a little more problem, so I'm not going to go out as far with this side as I did with the other side. Not today. I can feel a little bit in the front of the shoulder, so I'm going to take it easy. Out. And back in. Out. Now, as I get that shoulder warmed up a little more, that little twinge I had there is starting to go away, so I'm going out just a little bit farther with it and bringing it back in, making sure I don't hurt the shoulder. But most importantly, rolling the shoulder blades back so I'm not pinching the front of the shoulders. You've got to be aware, every movement, every inch of every movement, what's your body doing? Are you causing any problems, any pain anywhere? If you are, stop. Figure out what's going on and how you can adjust accordingly. Out. And back in one more time. Out. And back in. Ooh. Grab two weights. We got some other stuff to do. Narrow rows. So coming out onto the edge of the chair, glute fold, that will crease right between the butt and the leg. Coming down into a hip hinge right there. We're going to bring the weights out front. Elbows back as far as they'll go. Roll the shoulder blades together and out. Again, my shoulders are starting to roll forward. I've got to bring the shoulder blades back. Be a part of your exercise. When I was running, they taught us that you're supposed to, like, every step, you should be thinking about your running. And you can't do it every step of the way. I suppose you could, but it gets a little old. But I mean, it improved my running so much more, because instead of just listening to music and not paying any attention to my running, I was able to concentrate on what's going on. Why is my right foot hitting differently than my left foot, or whatever? Why am I leaning forward? Why does my lower back hurt? And I could always, because I was being conscious of those things, I could correct. And the more I could do that, the stronger I got. Shoulder blades back, squeeze them together, and out. It's the same thing with these exercises. That's one thing I've learned in the time I've been doing this, is that when I think about what I'm doing every step of the way, I really protect myself from injury. I stop before anything gets bad. Out. Adjust accordingly, or I just know that today's not that day. Not every day is like every other day. Back out, squeeze the shoulder blades together, in, tight, and back out one more time. In, squeeze it together, and out. Drop one weight. We are drop both weights. We are so out of time. Let's stretch out a little bit here. So first thing is just a nice easy right here. March. March is what I'm looking for. That is the word. Today's secret word is march. March. Up. Heel foot comes up first. Then the ball of the foot. Shoulder blades are back. making sure your posture, you're in that neutral position, just like you were walking, really tightening up those muscles, making them nice and strong with everything lined up. Make sure that that knee toe are all in alignment, pointed out in front of you. And then a little slower, bring it just a little bit higher. Up and up. Still keeping the shoulder blades back. Don't know how that happens. Little by little movements. My shoulders start going forward. Up and up. And we're good. Just bring the heels up. Nice and easy. Lift the heels. Feel the floor underneath the ball of the foot, inside to outside. Don't put the weight into the toes. The toes are for balance. The ball of the foot is what bears the weight as you come up. Feel those muscles tightening up back there and back down. Bring it up and back one more time. Up. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We're not trying to cause all sorts of problems for the muscles here. Step out to the side. Grab onto the bottom of the chair however you want. You're out to the edge. Step out. Bring it in. Other side. Concentrate on keeping everything forward. So the hips aren't moving. You're not rolling to the side, pointing off in that direction where the foot goes. You're right straight forward. All the work is happening through that hip joint. You're stretching it out, getting mobility, flexibility into that joint, getting that fluid flowing in there so that the joint moves easier. Out, in, arms up and back. Seated jacks. Up and back in. Out and bring it in. Get those hands up all the way over the top. Reach for the opposite shoulders. Bring them back down all the way across. Up and back down. Out to the side. Arms up. Get those shoulder blades back. Feel the stretch through the chest, through the shoulders. One last time. Out, over the top. And back down. Grab on. Back of the right thigh. Lifting right straight up. Extend at the knee. Stretching. Stretching that hamstring. Back of the thigh. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Extend right straight out. Keep an eye on that foot. Make sure that it's in alignment with the knee and the hip. Out and back. Out. Different angles and back. This is like if I had different cameras, like people running around my set with cameras. I don't have that. I just have the one camera. This is what you'd see like from different angles. I have to improvise. Out and back in. Other side, same thing. Grab onto the back of the thigh, roll the shoulder blades back. Pick that knee up and right straight out with that leg. And back in. You want to feel those muscles in the back of the thigh stretching out just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Out. Flatten that foot out and back in. Normally what happens, the foot wants to come in, knee out. You want to straighten it out so that everything's in alignment and back down, up, back down one more time, stretching out those hamstrings and back down. Left leg extended, right leg, right ankle over, yes, right ankle over the left shin. Bring that up, stretch out the outside of those hips. Because we did all those side leg lifts, because we did those hydrants, we really worked the hips. We want to stretch that muscle out on the outside of the hip going into the glute, those piriformis muscles. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. And just sit in there and bring that foot up, that knee up just a little bit more. Get a little more stretch as those muscles start to give you a little bit more. And back down. So you don't want it to feel any more of a stretch. You just take a little more stretch and it feels the same. Other side, same thing. As that muscle starts stretching, you kind of feel it. I don't feel it as much anymore. So you just give it just a little bit more. Get it back where it was. Get that feeling back where it was. Hold it. And relax. We're going to squeeze the glutes. That's it. Squeeze the butt, nice and tight. And relax. Again, tighten up those glute muscles. You're going to bring those shoulder blades back. Tighten up all through the hips. and back down. Pelvic floor, getting into the glutes, up, squeeze, and back down, up, couple more times, bring it up. Strengthening up those muscles in the lower back, feel them working. You're not putting any stress on them. You're not putting resistance against it. You're just tightening them up in an isometric, nice and stable, well protected. Still exercising those muscles in the lower back, which need to be exercised as well. Be strengthened up. And release. Feet out. We're gonna do a hip hinge right down between. You thought he's not gonna do a hip hinge today. Yes, he is. He's gonna do those. And down. He doesn't forget these because these feel really good. And push up through the hands. Drive it up. Hands down between. Shoulder blades are still back. Swan dive underneath. Hands underneath the chair. Chin stays up. Shoulders toward the floor. Beautiful inner thigh stretch. Lower back. Upper back. Hands on the thighs. Push yourself right back up again. Grab onto the back of the chair. Bring the feet in. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. Deep breath in. Drive the stomach out as you drive the shoulder blades down. Bring the hands forward, rolling the shoulder blades or rolling the shoulders forward. Stretch through the upper back. Reach around to the back again. Deep breath in through the nose. Squeeze the shoulder blades back together as tight as you can, maybe leaning forward in the chair just a little bit more of a hip hinge forward. And then push the stomach out and exhale, bringing the hands down on the thighs one more time. Rolling the shoulders forward. And we're good. Fingers intertwined. Palms up overhead. Side bend. Don't pull the sits bone up off the chair. Make sure you keep them right there. Weight distribution does not change on the two. You want to get a stretch. If you just lean to the side, you lose the stretch. Keep the head on the inside of the upper arm so that you don't stress the neck out by letting it drop too far, crimping that side of the neck. Down on the other side, same thing. Over. Stretch it out. Feel the shoulder blades stretch out. Deep breath in. Exhale. Back up on top. Coming on down. We're going to take a deep breath in as we bring the arms up overhead. Excuse me. Deep breath in through the nose. Just fill the lungs up as much as you can. Then push the stomach out, driving the air down. Lungs open up and exhale. Force the air out. Blow it out hard. And then one more time. Up overhead. Deep breath in through the nose, pushing the stomach out, bringing the arms down. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.